What do I do if USCIS won't decide my naturalization case? Hi, I'm Jim Hacking, immigration lawyer practicing law throughout the United States out of our offices in St. Louis, San Diego, and Washington, D.C. You know, it's an election year, and USCIS is trying to naturalize as many people as possible. They often do that, especially in Democratic administrations. When there's a presidential race coming, they try to naturalize as many people as possible. But there are certain people whose N-400s get delayed, and this video is for you. This video is for you if you have been waiting a really long time for USCIS to schedule you for your interview, or if you've already had your interview and testing and they haven't issued a decision. So the one thing that a lot of people don't know is that if you get delayed like that, you have the right to file a lawsuit in federal court to ask a judge to force USCIS to decide your naturalization case. Now, our office has handled hundreds and hundreds of lawsuits for visa delays, asylum delays, green card delays, but we started with naturalization delays. Back in 2010, we filed our first naturalization delay lawsuit, and in that lawsuit, we represented 36 people, mostly from Muslim nations who'd been waiting a really long time, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. One lady was even waiting 9 years for her naturalization case to be decided. So we put them all into one lawsuit. And within 6 months, 34 of the 36 had become U.S. citizens. Now, we don't file them in groups anymore. We file them one at a time. And I wanted to make this video to explain to you what your rights are when it comes to a delayed naturalization case. And so the law says that if you've had your interview and 120 days have gone by, basically 4 months, and you have not received a decision, you can go into federal court on day 121 and ask the judge in your federal district to order USCIS to issue a final decision. You're not asking the judge at that point to decide your case. You're not asking the judge to make their own decision. Instead, you're asking the judge to order USCIS to decide the case. And so the law says that you have that right, and you should exercise that right if you've tried everything else to get your case decided. So we have created a great little book for you that you can download. We'll put the link in the first comment down below so that you can download the book. It explains the whole process of suing USCIS. Now, I know that probably sounds intimidating, especially if you're from a country where the government would not like it at all if you tried suing them. But you do have that right. Congress put that check and balance in the system to make sure that the executive branch, the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service, does their job in a timely manner. And when you're asking a judge to order USCIS to decide your case, you're just asking that the law to be followed. And so people's cases get hung up for lots of reasons, and they bang their heads on the wall trying to get a decision, trying to get USCIS to explain to them why they're not approving the case or why the case has not been decided. And if you go into court, USCIS will often say to the attorneys representing you, hey, we're ready to issue a decision. Let's send the case back to USCIS for 30 days or 60 days, and we promise that we will issue a final decision. So it's not a guarantee that your case is going to be approved, but we can pretty much tell you that your case will be decided. If 120 days have gone by, USCIS really has no leg to stand on. They have to issue a decision. They don't necessarily like being sued, but we've never really seen that people get punished for suing them. You're not asking for anyone to get fired. In our cases, we don't ask for attorney's fees, so we're not asking for money. We're just asking this agency to do their job. So that's the gist of things when there has been an interview. Now, if you've been waiting for a year or two and USCIS simply hasn't scheduled you for an interview, that's their new trick. They used to schedule people automatically for an interview, but then when they realized that 120-day clock starts ticking, now they just sit on a case that they don't like and they don't schedule you for an interview. So if you find yourself in that situation, I would say that if a year has gone by, a year and a half, you can go into federal court under a different statute, the Administrative Procedures Act, and just argue to the judge that this case has been unreasonably delayed. And oftentimes USCIS isn't going to mess around if you've been waiting a year and a half or 2 years for your case to say that it is a reasonable delay. Instead, what they're going to do is just get the case moving to try to make the lawsuit go away. So it's a really powerful tool in an immigration lawyer's toolbox. A lot of immigration lawyers don't know how to sue USCIS. They haven't been through the process. They don't know how the rules of federal procedure work. and they're just not ready for it, and they might even try to talk you out of it. But this is one of our favorite things to do. We love to help people who've been banging their heads on the wall. And as I mentioned, I've written a whole book about the whole process. You can download it for free. The link is down below in the comments. And if you're thinking about doing that, get the book, read it, see if it makes sense, see if it resonates with you, see if it seems like something that you'd like to do. And if you want to hire us to sue USCIS or to help you with your naturalization case, you can call us at 314-961-8200. You can email us info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com. We also have some free resources for you, including our Immigrant Home Facebook group. There's thousands of members in there where you can talk about the immigration process. We also have our YouTube channel where we have hundreds and hundreds of videos about the immigration process. And finally, we have the Immigration Answer Show, which is me answering immigrants' questions 3 or 4 times a week for free for an hour. That's on our YouTube channel. You can subscribe to that, or you can text the word show to 314-470-3300. And then finally, we have our TikTok channel @Immigration Hacking. We'd love to have you follow us there. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.